Hey guys, it's Tom here with a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's hopefully going to be the first of many album reviews, and today I'm going to be talking about Californian death metal legends Exhumed's brand new full-length album Death Revenge, which came out on October 17th via Nuclear Blast Records. A little groundwork behind Exhumed. They formed in 1990 in San Jose, California. This is their 6th studio album, and it's one of the first, in fact I think it is the first album, which is a full concept based on the 1830s grave robbers Burke and Hare in Scotland. Another note about this album is that it is the return of original bass player and second vocalist Ross Sewage of Impaled and Ghoul. Go straight into talking about the album. It's a very guitar-led album. There is a mixture of these Carcass-esque riffs with this beautiful melodic sense in the passaging and the guitar work behind the solos and the solos themselves. Some of this I've heard has really put people off, but it's nothing new for Exhumed. Since their return, and even before their return in 2010 when they released All Guts No Glory, they were doing melodic passages. If you listen to the re-recorded version of their very first album, Gore Metal, you can hear all those melodic passages because it was re-recorded. If you listen to it on Gore Metal, the quality of the album is so poor that you won't be able to get through that. I personally really enjoy these melodic passages, and I think it adds a brand new texture to Exhumed, at least to their past 3 albums. The first song, Defenders of the Grave, starts with a very chuggy, mid-paced build-up until you reach the moment where the blast beat kicks in, and Exhumed are known for their use of the blast beat, having a very grindcore-esque style to their death metal. The legendary dual vocals are incredibly important in Exhumed sound, with that wonderful nod to Carcass, the original way of the high shrieks from guitar maestro and lead vocalist Matt Harvey, and Ross Sewage's bellowing, guttural, almost vomit-like lows, which works so well together. It makes me very happy to hear these two doing dual vocals again on a brand new album and not just on a re-recording. Even the bass guitar gets a few standouts during this album. There are a few tracks, especially the instrumental track, which unfortunately the title escapes me. The bass has its own moment which leads into a melodic passage, which I think is absolutely awesome as a bass player, because it's just not really well known, especially in like kind of the death metal grindcore kind of death grind thing. You don't get this sort of texture with a lot of these bands. So I think it's really awesome that Exhumed are trying out different things that they may not have tried before. For this album, and with its concept, there are a few interlude tracks, all synth based, which basically sound like intro credit backing music to old 70s horror movies, which is wonderful. My only problem with these is that some of them are a bit too long. As short as this was, I can pretty much sum up the pros and cons. I think the concept of the album about the grave robbers Burke and Hare is absolutely solid. I think they've done a really good job at telling the story through the lyrics. It's continuing the style that I've liked from their return at All Guts No Glory through to Necrocracy, and now I think it's a very solid style to have. It's adding the sheer brutality of the death grind and the melodic side of what they are capable of as musicians, and it's very technically proficient as well in all the solos. Props to Bud Burke and Matt Harvey for those crushing solos. The cons kind of leave me a little bit, well, there's not many of them actually. I kind of feel that the album is maybe a little bit short. It does fly through. It is very quick. But with a death grind album like this, with this intensity, this level of power, and if you enjoy it, it is definitely going to go through very quickly. And as I said with the interludes, I think they're a little bit too long, and I think there's about 4 of them. Intro, 2 in the middle, and an outro. So I'd probably say, even though it was great for the concept and really good to get that kind of horror movie-esque tongue-in-cheek feel, almost like a certain level of cheesiness, I'd probably say shorten them down a little bit. Other than that, I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5. It's absolutely fantastic. It's definitely definitely going to be in my albums of the year list. And that's my review. If you think I should review something, write down in the comments below. My Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and my band, all links down in the description of the video. If you've liked this video, please feel free to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.